Probably the craziest game I've ever played. Best game I've ever played.
What were your thoughts coming into the game? You knew West G was tough. What were your thoughts about just you hurdled some people? How do you do it? You just hurdled the people. You ran at the conditions.
Trying to cut back on that. It hurts a little bit when I hurdle now. Just gotta lower my shoulder.
When they went up 14-7, no panic. I mean, did you feel like you guys were playing good enough defense to stay in the game and score eventually there?
Yeah, our line was taking control, and we had huge gaps.
You get into overtime, obviously you got the big run right away. Were you guys did you just want the ball there? I mean,
yeah, we wanted to score. You know, we wanted to win and put it away quick. And the main thing that came to my head was the Chagrin game when we lost by that one field goal.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that the Chagrin game or this game shouldn't be as close, but it was. So you know, we just had to man up and play hard.
You got to have one next week against Aurora.
Yeah.
Is that where the focus goes right away?
Focus tonight on it.
Talk about like how you guys adapted to the sloppy conditions on the field, and West G's a good team.
Yeah. Steady cutting more how I usually do, just running more downhill.
What did you say?
I steady cutting more, just running downhill more. That's the main thing, you know, put my shoulder pads over my, my feet, and leaning for it, running.
Okay. Oh, you guys a drill. You put your shoulder. It's a cutting drill. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about how like West G. I mean, they played a tough game. They had a backup quarterback. I mean, give them props. I mean, you guys won the game. You guys played your guts out. You guys played a good team and beat them. Just what are your thoughts on how significant
honestly,
this is?
I don't think it should have been that close. But it was unfortunate, so it was that close. So we just have to, play hard and continue being consistent.
Coming in against a good team that was in the playoffs last year.
Well, we've talked a lot over the past few days about how we're really in a 3-game season. Started with Harvey, and we had to take care of business at Harvey, and now tonight. And really, these are in a way they are playoff games. They're elimination football games, and that was our mindset coming in. And we've got an outstanding group of seniors, so we prepared that way that this was really a playoff game.
Well, talk about Porter and Percy, and like Zachem was excellent tonight, and the passing was great.
Well, Pat and Percy are tremendous weapons, and they complement one another very well. And Austin's getting better every week in the passing game, so we feel like we're coming along offensively.
What are some things you guys won in overtime? You scored the touchdown. What are some things you need to work on though?
We want to continue to refine the passing game. We know we're not where we need to be there, and that'll come. Austin hasn't started a lot of football games, so we want to continue to develop that part of our offensive scheme.
And then the last question: what thought about West G and their backup quarterback? They played well.
Well, I just talked to the young man. I mean, he did an outstanding job. People don't have any idea how hard it is to play that position and to step in the way he did. He should be very proud of himself. He did an outstanding job.
And who do you guys play next?
Aurora.
At Aurora?
At home.
Wow. West, you did some things obviously well. Zach played a beastly game.
Yeah.
I mean, how much prep time did he have? Because he obviously looks good.
We knew since Monday that Drensky wasn't going to play. We didn't get the for sure thing till this afternoon when he got an ultrasound on his spleen. That's when I found out about 4:32 that he wasn't going to be able to play. But other than that, our defense played decent. We gave up a fourth quarter touchdown. Offensively, though, we turned the ball over 5 times. We dropped the punt, and it's something I always say: the punt's the most important play in football, and it cost us, dropping a punt. So, other than that, I'm very proud of our kids. I feel terrible for my seniors. I wish I could do anything to help them win that game, but in the end, give Kenston credit. They went down and scored in overtime, and we did.
Is there any way you guys can still make the playoffs at 7?
No, there's not. There's not. No.
Okay, you're honest. It's great.
Yeah.
What about what are the things about the punt? Was it a wet ball or was it a bad field?
No, it was a drop ball. I think maybe he lost in the lights or something like that. I don't know what it was, but he said, I didn't talk to him. I just said he's gonna have to make another play in the game, and it's just something we stress all the time. And overall, you just can't turn the ball over that many times and expect to win a football game.
And then what about just talk about you guys did a good job containing Percy for the most part.
Sure.
Talk about how
I'll be honest,
him.
I wasn't worried about Percy Johnson at all. I was worried more about Pat Porter. I told Pat after the game he's the best football player on that team. And when it came down to it, it was Pat Porter made plays. Yeah, Percy ran a nice ball at the end of the game, but throughout the game, it was Pat Porter that was the one that we had to stop. So give credit to Pat. I mean, he's a great football player.